Okay, we're ready. Here we go.
Okay, the first thing, take that little bowl there.
Okay,
Dump your
This
yeast.
little bowl.
Take your yeast and dump it in there.
and one package of
One
yeast.
package of dry yeast.
One package of yeast. I always burn the yeast. Okay. Then,
That's just to stir it with. Okay,
Spoon
then
stir.
take your measuring cup there and put just warm water. You don't want cold water, just warm.
just warm water, but how warm?
Just temp it warm.
Okay, well we're
Not hot, not cold, just warm.
not hot, not cold.
And you'll only use 3 tablespoons of warm water in your yeast.
Will you come over here and feel this? And you get it. That's the problem that I have is how warm do you get that water?
That right there.
Just pleasantly warm.
Okay,
Okay.
you got your yeast in there. 3 tablespoons of water.
3 tablespoons of water in with the yeast. Okay.
Now,
And you
stir
stir
it
that
up. Stir it up good so it's dissolved, and set it aside. I think that's good.
Well, there's clumps in
Yeah,
there.
well,
Is that all right?
it'll soften up the milk whenever you go to put it in. You notice, leave your spoon in there.
Oh, leave the spoon in there.
And just set it back here.
Okay.
Okay, next, gotta have sugar. Okay. Beat 2 eggs and a half a cup of sugar.
In
Put 2
here?
eggs and a half a cup of sugar in your big bowl.
2 eggs. 1, 2, and a half a cup of sugar.
Down here's the sugar.
Here?
Yeah. Over here on this side.
Here?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And a half a cup of sugar. Well, how can you? That looks like Grandma Kate's.
It was.
Because she had those. Mom, I don't like that. I can't see in that. And a half a cup of sugar. Do you beat the eggs up before you put the
Well,
sugar
put that
in
in.
there? Or do you
We're
beat
gonna
them?
wait a little bit here.
Okay. Whole tablespoon of salt
Okay,
in here.
yeah,
In with the sugar and the eggs.
yeah.
Okay.
Then take that Crisco,
Crisco
and where's your measuring cup?
here.
Cut that up and put it in there, and then we'll put it in the microwave and melt it.
Okay. You don't get it real hot though, do you?
No, just enough to melt it.
So how many minutes do you
Oh,
put
wait
it?
a minute. Let me see about this. It takes a half a cup of shortening.
Of melted shortening. So maybe you don't need that much.
You know.
Okay, we'll melt it. Let's melt that and we'll see how much we got. So I'm beating up the sugar and the eggs real good while the shortening is being melted in the microwave. So you can't put the shortening in when it's really hot. You've got to let it cool down. But you got to get those eggs and that sugar and salt really, really mixed up good. As an addendum, Mama says that if you will melt your shortening first before you even begin, it can cool off by the time you're mixing everything else up.
Okay,
All right.
now add your Crisco to your egg and sugar and salt and mix very well. Mix it up.
Okay, Grandma Josie. Very well.
Okay, now you add 1 cup of warm water.
Can we use this
Yeah,
still?
1 cup of warm, not hot, just warm.
I'm gonna wash this out. Okay, warm. That warm water business is where I have problems with. Knowing how warm is. Baby butt warm?
Huh?
Baby butt warm?
Yeah. That's not right.
Nope, that's cold.
That's too close now. That's right there. 1 cup of warm water, and add that.
1 cup of warm water. Can you
Add it
that?
to your egg and sugar and salt.
Whip
And
that up.
stir it up real good.
So it looks like this.
Yeah, that's
I want to show. So it looks like this.
yeah. Then stir up your yeast. Make sure that the lumps are all out of it and everything. And add it to your egg and sugar and Crisco mixture.
Lump in it. Okay, so we're gonna add
that.
We're gonna add the yeast. That's the part that I worry about.
You don't have to worry if you keep your water lukewarm.
Okay.
Mix it up well. Now comes where the good stirring comes from.
Now the good stirring starts.
Okay, now you need to add 4 cups of flour. You can either use gold medal or Pillsbury. I never use anything else but that. And I add 2 cups at a time.
There's one.
I don't want to use this.
And there's 2.
And sift it into your mixture.
For y'all don't know what it is, this is a sifter. Because we don't use the sifters much anymore. Okay.
Sift in those 2 cups.
I'm gonna have to get me a sifter. I use my this is already sifted.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Now stir that all up good in there. And then you're going to be adding another 2 cups as soon as you get that stirred up in there good.
And you do this all by hand.
I do it by hand. I've never used a mixer. whenever you put the other 2 cups in there, it's going to get
Really
stiff, but
That's where Mama can't use her arm.
that's because I can't use my arm real good now.
Ooh, I can smell the yeast in there.
Okay,
What it looks like.
now stir in the other 2 cups. Sift it.
One. Two. How old is this?
All of it.
How old is this stifter?
Oh, it's not very old. I haven't had that in a long, long time. I've had it a few years, but not very much. Like 4 maybe.
You taught me to use a sifter.
Huh?
You taught me to use a sifter always. All right. Now we're gonna.
Now you gotta stir that all together. And it's gonna be a stiff dough.
Good grief!
Sometimes if I can't get it stirred up good like I want to, I wet my hands with cold water and get in there with my hands and
Grandma
mix it.
Josie would.
Yeah, keep on stirring.
Those little crumblies are in there.
We may have to add just a little dash of water to,
Do you see those little crumblies?
yeah.
Trying to get that all in there.
Maybe if you set it down in the sink there, you can get to it better. I do that so I can reach it better. Push your faucet over. It's easier because this is high. I think put some cold water.
No, that's not cold. Okay. So when those
Just if it's too stiff, just add a little bit of water, cold water to it.
like what? How much? A
Oh,
tablespoon?
maybe a tablespoon. Not a tablespoon, a teaspoon. You can tell if the dough then will mix up better.
Yeah, that brought it together. I can do better with my hands
Okay,
than that thing.
that's what I tell you to get in there with your hands. Just get your hands, get a lot of cold water on them. Now get in there and mix it. You don't want to over mix though.
How much? That? Enough?
That's plenty.
Okay.
Now pat it down. Okay. Okay, set it up here.
You want That's what it looks like.
Then cover it with saran wrap and put in the fridge. And you can put it in there for 1 to 2 days. 1 day usually, but I have left it for 2 days and it don't hurt.
This is Monday, so we're not going to take it out until Wednesday. And then we'll take it out
And then we'll roll it out
and roll it out.
and make it into
Do you let this rise
Yes.
first before you take it out and roll it out?
Oh, yeah. And it may not rise real high, but don't worry about it because it will.
So when do you take it out? You put it in the refrigerator, and then we're going to
Well,
do it Wednesday.
Wednesday.
So
Usually I only leave it 1 day, 1 night.
right, but
But being that you can't be here till Wednesday, we can do 2 days. It says 1 or 2 days.
so what I'm saying is, when do you take it out? Of
On
the
Wednesday.
Wednesday morning,
Well, it don't matter.
and let it rise.
No, we'll roll it out. We'll put flour out here and we'll roll it out. And then I'll show you then. It's okay. Let's just,
Yeah,
just
but-
stop here.
Okay, but so it only rises once.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was trying to get
Now
at.
put it in the
Okay, that's it for today. Okay, we're ready for the second part, and that's rolling it out.
Okay,
And,
girls, I'll give you a little tip. Spread out some newspapers and then put wax paper on top of it. And that way, whenever you're all done rolling it out and everything, you got all the mess right on top of there, and all you got to do is just roll it up and throw it in the wastebasket. So now,
Any tips?
that's my tip.
That's her tips. Okay.
And first off, take a pitcher or something and melt 2 sticks of oleo or butter. It really don't matter, one of the two. I use butter
When
if I have it.
when she's saying oleo, she means margarine.
Margarine, yes. But if whatever I have. And so that can be cooling. So you want to do that the very first thing. Then get your flour over here. Okay, Keitha.
How much flour do you want on
Put
it?
in 2 or 3 cups in there.
Oh, a whole lot.
Well, you're going to be spreading it all out over this, and so you don't want your dough to be real sticky so you can handle it.
Okay.
Okay,
Now wait a minute. You want to
now
put this on?
sprinkle it all, sift it all around there. Well, not clear out there, but here, right kind of in the middle, because you're going to have to knead it a little bit. Okay, that's good.
Wait a minute.
Okay. All right.
Yes, Megan, I washed my hands.
And Grandma's washed hers. Now, here's your dough. And it hasn't raised hardly any in the fridge, but don't worry about it because that don't kill anything. It just doesn't raise, and it will raise after you get them in the rolled up
When
and
you
in the
put it
pan.
in the refrigerator, it retarded the
Yeah.
growth for a
Okay, you divide that in half.
while. Okay. Oh man, it's stiff too.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and then knead it a little bit in the flour. You may have a little too much here.
I figured. I got
You
wild.
want a little bit, but, well, no, here, okay. I should have set that out again. And you don't want to over knead it, okay. And take your palm of your hand there and kind of squash it out.
Okay.
Then you get your trusty rolling pin out. This was Grandma Kate's.
Oh boy.
So
I don't think I got this. I got the butter paddle several times though.
Okay, so now you start rolling. You want to roll it to about 1/4 of an inch thick in a circle.
I'm not just real great at this, but
Okay, you take a paring knife and just start at the top and go down through your dough like this. And just make strips. Just strips. Then just keep doing that. They're about an inch, would you say? An inch
yeah, about
wide.
an inch, 2 inches.
Not over an inch, because you're going to roll this up. So you do that with the whole circle. Now, what you do is you grab the end, here at the end, and you start rolling. And of course, you know, Grandma, I just do it by sight. Then I cut it off. I don't think that looks big enough, so just cut off a little more on this one. Stick it in there, it don't matter. Put it in your pan. Okay, this one here is kind of slim, so you need to cut off a little bit of this side. Roll it up. It don't matter, they don't all have to be the same size.
So you don't roll them like a crescent. You just roll them up.
Just like that.
And you don't put them real close together either because they have to raise.
So here you roll this about like that. So this is a little piece. So just put it on the bottom of your next one. Roll it in with it.
Okay, so we're going to keep rolling. So I got the second one rolled out just like the first one, and then we're going to cut it in strips and put them in the pans. There's Mama. And that's the second pan that we had from the first. Okay, we got them all cut up. 3 pans of them. And then Grandma will go. Then you just pick this up.
You just take her all up. Roll it up. Flour. Everything. Roll it up. You don't have all that sticky stuff on your countertop, and in the wastebasket it goes. Now you'll have a little bit of stuff. Now we have to finish up these rolls, which is not hard at all. Now you just slather them with butter with a brush. And I think I'm going to have to melt some more.
And then you set these in the refrigerator until...
Unless you want to set them out now, it'll take about 3 hours for them to raise. Of
Okay.
course, we've done this ahead of time, so I put them in the refrigerator till about 10 o'clock tonight, and then I'll bring them out and set them out on the counter or on top of the stove there and let them raise, and by morning they'll be raised, and then I pop them in the oven at about 375 for only, they bake fast, just till they're kind of brown on top. I would say no more than 15 minutes.
Okay. And then we get to eat them.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
But now whenever if you're going to put them in the fridge and leave them for a while, you need to cover them with saran wrap or
Right.
some kind of wrap so they don't dry out, because you don't want them to dry out. Otherwise,
This one. You missed this one.
so I think I'm going to have to, I'm not going to have enough.
Butter. And so that is the recipe, girls.
Good luck!
And we are so special to have our mama here still and our grandma. So we'll have Megan edit this and get this all done, and hope we didn't confuse you too much, but mama let me make them today or Monday and then roll them out today so that I could actually get my hands in there and do it. Love y'all.